Good evening and welcome to Global Lens News. I'm Sadia Afzal. The NATO Summit is taking place today, marking one of the most significant diplomatic and security gatherings of the year. At a time when the international system is facing multiple challenges, from the war in Ukraine to growing competition with China and rapid advances in military technology, the alliance is making decisions that could shape global security for years to come. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization was established in 1949 with the primary objective of collective defense. The alliance is built upon the principle that an attack against one member is considered an attack against all. Over the decades, NATO has evolved from a Cold War security alliance into a broader political and military partnership, addressing emerging global threats. This year's summit is being held amid continuing geopolitical uncertainty. The conflict in Ukraine remains a central concern, while tensions between major powers continue to influence strategic planning across Europe and North America. NATO leaders are discussing military readiness, defense spending, intelligence cooperation, and long-term deterrence strategies. NATO leaders are discussing military readiness, defense spending, intelligence cooperation, and long-term deterrence strategies. One of the most important agenda items is support for Ukraine. Since the beginning of the conflict, NATO members have provided military equipment, financial assistance, intelligence cooperation, and training. The summit is assessing how this support can continue while maintaining stability across Europe. Another major issue is defense spending. For several years, NATO has encouraged members to allocate at least 2% of their gross domestic product to defense. However, recent security developments have prompted discussions about increasing defense investments even further. Several European countries have already announced substantial increase in military budgets. The summit is also focusing on strengthening NATO's eastern flank. Member states located near Russia have requested additional military deployments, air defense systems, and rapid response capabilities. These measures are intended to reassure allies while deterring potential aggression. Technology has become an increasingly important aspect of NATO's strategy. Artificial intelligence, cyber defense, satellite communications, and autonomous systems are now considered essential components of modern military capability. NATO leaders are discussing greater cooperation in research, innovation, and defense technology development. Cybersecurity remains another high priority. Modern conflicts increasingly involve cyber attacks targeting government institutions, energy infrastructure, financial systems, and communication networks. NATO seeks to enhance collective cyber resilience through intelligence sharing, joint exercises, and coordinated responses to digital threats. China is also featuring prominently in summit discussions. While NATO's primary focus remains Euro-Atlantic security, many members believe China's expanding military capabilities, technological influence, and global investments have strategic implications that cannot be ignored. As a result, NATO continues to broaden consultations regarding developments in the Indo Pacific region. Energy security has become closely linked with national security. The disruption of global energy markets over recent years has highlighted Europe's vulnerability to supply interruptions. NATO members are increasingly considering the protection of energy infrastructure, undersea communication cables, and critical transportation networks as essential security priorities. Counterterrorism continues to remain on the alliance's agenda. Although attention has shifted towards state-based conflicts, extremist organizations continue to pose risks in various regions. Intelligence cooperation and intelligence coordination remain important components of NATO's broader security strategy. The summit also highlights the growing importance of defense industrial cooperation. Many member states are working together to increase ammunition production, modernize military equipment, and strengthen supply chains. Joint procurement initiatives aim to improve efficiency while ensuring that allied forces remain adequately equipped. Another important issue concerns the future relationship between Europe and the United States. American leadership remains central to NATO. Yet, European countries are increasingly discussing strategic autonomy and greater responsibility for their own defense capabilities. The summit provides an opportunity to define how these complementary objectives can coexist. The Arctic and the High North are also receiving greater strategic attention. Climate change is opening new maritime routes while increasing geopolitical interest in the region. NATO members are therefore enhancing surveillance and cooperation in northern territories. Beyond military matters, NATO leaders are also discussing resilience against hybrid threats. These include disinformation campaigns, election interference, economic coercion, and attacks on critical infrastructure. Modern security challenges increasingly combine military and non-military tools, requiring coordinated responses across multiple sectors. For countries outside NATO, including Pakistan, the summit remains highly relevant. Decisions made by the alliance influence global defense markets, diplomatic alignments, international security policies, and broader geopolitical dynamics. Developments with NATO often shape the strategic environment far beyond Europe. The summit is also sending important political signals regarding alliance unity. At a time when the international order is undergoing significant transformation, NATO seeks to demonstrate cohesion, preparedness, and adaptability. Whether addressing conventional military threats, cyber warfare, or emerging technologies, the alliance is attempting to position itself for an increasingly complex global landscape. As world leaders gather today to discuss the future of collective security, the decisions emerging from this summit will extend well beyond military planning. They will influence diplomacy, economic priorities, technological cooperation, and international stability. In an era marked by rapid geopolitical change, the NATO summit is not merely a meeting of defense officials. It is a forum where the future direction of global security is being debated. This is Sadia Afzal for Global Ins News.